Hey everyone, my name is Varsha and welcome to Study with Varsha. So, in my today's session, we are going to deep dive in AWS CloudWatch, the monitoring and observability services in AWS. If you have ever wondered how to track your EC2 CPU usage, monitor your RDS database, and set alarms when something goes wrong in AWS environment, then this video is for you because we'll cover metrics logs, alarm, dashboard, and real-time use cases with a clear example. So by the end of this video, you will exactly know how AWS CloudWatch works and why it's so important for DevOps engineer. So without wasting the time, let's get started. So first thing is that you know AWS CloudWatch detailed notes. Okay, before going to that, I'll just want to explain this AWS workflow. So what is this? So it is nothing but is if one AWS services will be there, that will be ECA, EC2, RDS, Lambda, or etc. Like any services will be there. Like that will generate metrics, logs, and events. Okay, and after that these are sent to the CloudWatch. That CloudWatch matrix is here, it will go. Okay, then it will go to CloudWatch logs, and then it will go to CloudWatch where events means that will capture real time changes. And after that, you know what happened, one second. So yeah, so where we are, that will store CloudWatch logs and CloudWatch events if any breach or anything will happen. So event breach or breach means like that will capture real time changes. That will like EC2 when we will EC2 stop and when we will do EC2 start, and up to here it will done. Okay, here from here it is coming and here it is going. From here matrix is nothing but that is a kind of dashboard. It will go to dashboard and it will be in a two-way communication. So we can visualize our AWS CloudWatch dashboard. And that that will go to matrix alarm. Here will be from matrix CloudWatch matrix to dashboard, and alarm also we will do set it for monitoring and thresholds. After that, that will be suppose our logs will be there, so that will also see via this CloudWatch dashboards, and that logs will be included is S3, Elasticsearch, like that will be long term or short time, that we can see. After that, from here, and not stopping here, even we can see events alarm, like that will action if SNS notification, auto scaling, Lambda, everything we can see here. So in short, what we can see, CloudWatch collect monitors and alert trigger action. So this is the workflow of AWS CloudWatch. Now come to the main thing which we are going to discuss today, that is AWS CloudWatch node, and then we'll discuss into deep dive. So first thing is that, one second, AWS CloudWatch. So in that it will first introduction. So AWS CloudWatch, that we will call as Amazon CloudWatch, is a monitoring and observability services in AWS. And what it will do, it will collect logs, matrices, and even from AWS resources, application, and services running on AWS and on premises. On premises is where our database will be in our campus itself. So if we'll see the example, so think of a CCTV alarm plus alarm system to our AWS infrastructure. So if we'll take a real time example, so that you I'll just taking so that you can understand. Like in suppose imagine you are in a shopping mall, okay, and the security cameras will be there now. That is CloudWatch logs that records what is happening, and some motion sensor will be there, like if you are going, so with the motions, light is turning off. With the if you are walking, if you are stops, that light will get turned off. So that is nothing but CloudWatch matrix. So that will measure moments like CPU usage. And in mall, if some fire alarm will be there, so in the same way CloudWatch alarm will work. So what it will do, like it will alert you when something goes wrong. And like if security guards will be there, like daily security reports, so that in the same way CloudWatch dashboard will be there. So that will summarize, monitor and views. So I hope you understand this point by taking a real time scenario. Now the question came in our mind, that is key component of CloudWatch. So what is the key component of CloudWatch? First will be CloudWatch metrics. So that metrics are time ordered data points, like number of measured over time. Every AWS services automatically publishes matrices. For example, EC2 will be CPU utilization, disk IO, network traffic, and RDS will be free storage space and connection latency. Lambda innovation counts and duration error. So, if we'll take an example, so CPU utilization matrix means like checking the heartbeat of a server. So that in that way you can correlate it. Now come to the CloudWatch alarm. So CloudWatch that CloudWatch alarm watch a matrix and trigger an action if it becomes a threshold. I told you by taking an example of fire alarm, in the same way CloudWatch alarm will work. So if CPU is more than 80% for 5 minutes, that will send an SNS notification for auto scale EC2. So what happened if a store is, for example, if a store temperature cross 40 degrees, then alarm notification will go to the man, like all the man is manager to the malls, and that in the same way this CloudWatch alarm will work. So third thing will be CloudWatch logs. So what it will do, it will collect and store logs file from application, server, AWS services, and you can search, filter, and analyze logs. So logs can also be sent to S3 or Elasticsearch for deeper analysis. Got my point? So if we are taking an example, so store application log for an EC2 based web app to debug 500 errors. So, for example, that store application log from EC2 web base to 500, error. So, and fourth will be CloudWatch events, now called as a event breeze also. So, both will be the same. So, what it will do, it will deliver system events in a real time, and you can take automated action or certain events. Example, if an EC2 instance is stopped, trigger a Lambda to send an alert. And CloudWatch dashboard will be like custom dashboard to visualize metrics and logs in one place. So EC2, CPU, RDS storage, and S3 bucket request all in one view. And for that will be CloudWatch contribute insights. So that will help you to analyze top contribute to a system load. Example, identify which IP is generating the most API request. CloudWatch anomaly detection. So uses like ML to detect unusual pattern in matrices. Example, if a traffic suddenly drops on your e-commerce site at peak time, so what CloudWatch alerts will do. And third will be CloudWatch workflow. So that will be step by step. So for example, AWS services will be there that will generate data, that metrics and logs and events, and that data is sent to the CloudWatch. And now CloudWatch stores the data and makes it available. You can view the dashboard and you can set the alarms, and that alarms logs will go to the S3 or Elasticsearch. So for example, if our application is running in one server, and that from there how CloudWatch will work, that will scraps the data from the matrix, that will be logs or events, and it will send to the CloudWatch. And CloudWatch, what it will store and make it available, and with the help of that data we can see our dashboard. Okay, and now that when it will, like if we have set that after 80%, we'll get an alarm. So we can set that trigger actions via NSS Lambda, so auto scale. If it will go to 80%, okay, it automatically increase the CPU and uses, and our you no need to worry, our application will run. Now, real-time use cases, ECS monitoring, alert when CPUs, that I tell you, RDS monitoring, alerts when free storage, like 10 GB will be full, then sends an SNS notification to the DB domain. Lambda monitoring, like that track number of errors, so that will notify to the developer teams, and even though it will if we will integrate with the Jira, so it automatically go to the team, and once the developer fix this issue, that ticket is automatically going to close. This is monitoring that monitor task failure and container memory uses. And that application logs will be like collect application log in a CloudWatch logs that will use query to debug issues. And CloudWatch versus CloudTrail. So which one is good and why? CloudWatch monitors services that includes metrics, logs, and alarm. And CloudTrail that is we use for auditing services, like who did and what in AWS. Like if that user is like who did means developer did, tester did, who did. So that we will use for auditing services. Like CloudWatch tells you CPU usage is 95%. CloudTrail tells that Versa stopped the EC2 instance at 10 a.m. Like that. And pricing, if you're talking about, so free tier 10 custom metrics and 5 GB logs ingestion and 3 dashboard per month, and paid for matrices, logins, and dashboard. So up to here today we will discuss many things. So that's all about AWS CloudWatch, powerful monitoring services that help you to keep your AWS environment healthy and reliable. I hope this detailed explanation and real time example gave you a clear picture. If you found this video helpful, and so don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and also drop your question in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.